Let's be real. Americans love a good secret and hate missing out. It's practically in our DNA to want to be the first to discover something, to have a story no one else can top. We're always on the lookout for that next hidden gem, the thing that makes our friends say, "Wait, you did what?" That's why we chase the next big thing, from binge-worthy shows to viral bread recipes. We want to be in the know, to have the inside scoop, to be the ones who set the trends instead of just following them. Whether it's the latest streaming obsession or a food craze that takes over our kitchens, we're all about that feeling of being ahead of the curve. So what if your next adventure was somewhere your friends can't even pronounce? Enter Uzbekistan. Just saying the name feels like a secret password to a club most people don't even know exists. It's the kind of place that makes your travel stories instantly legendary. For decades it was hidden behind the Iron Curtain, a blank spot on the map, shrouded in mystery and off-limits to outsiders. Most people couldn't even point to it on a globe, let alone imagine what was inside. Now it's open, dazzling with ancient cities, wild stories, and architecture that makes Europe look basic. Think turquoise domes, golden mosaics, and streets that have seen centuries of history unfold. Every corner feels like a movie set, but it's all real. Forget waiting in line for a statue in Paris. Why stand in a crowd for hours when you could be wandering through palaces and mosques with barely another tourist in sight? This is travel without the hassle, without the crowds, and with way more bragging rights. Imagine posting from a city conquered by Alexander the Great and Genghis Khan. These aren't just names from your high school history class. They actually walked these streets, left their mark, and shaped the world as we know it. Walk through markets that have thrived for 1,000 years. The air is thick with the scent of spices, the colors are almost too vivid to believe, and every vendor has a story that goes back generations. It's a living, breathing slice of history. This is travel that makes people lean in and ask, "Wait, where did you go?" It's the kind of trip that turns you into the storyteller at every party, the one with the wildest, most unexpected adventures. Uzbekistan is a living museum, vibrant and welcoming, not some forgotten land. The people are warm, the culture is rich, and every day feels like you're stepping into a new chapter of an epic tale. It's like finding a vintage Chanel bag at a thrift store, timeless, suddenly accessible. You get all the style and history, but with a story that's uniquely yours, not just another postcard cliché. But the secret's getting out. More and more travelers are catching on, and it won't stay under the radar forever. The window to experience it before the crowds arrive is closing. Soon, those peaceful moments will be replaced by selfie sticks and tour buses. This is your chance to be a trendsetter, not a follower. Be the one who inspires others, who sets the bar for what real adventure looks like. Experience something breathtaking before it's everywhere on Instagram. Capture those moments while they're still rare, while they still feel like your own secret. In a world of copy-paste vacations, discovering a whole country is the ultimate flex. So why not now? The adventure of a lifetime is waiting, and it's spelled Uzbekistan. The Silk Road wasn't a website, it was the world's first global supply chain. A vast network that stretched across continents long before the internet or even the idea of online shopping existed. Instead of delivery trucks and cardboard boxes, imagine caravans of camels trekking across endless deserts, braving harsh winds and scorching sun to deliver precious cargo. For centuries, this route connected China to the Mediterranean, moving not just silk and spices, but also ideas, inventions, and even entire belief systems. It was a superhighway for culture and commerce. And right in the middle of this incredible crossroads, Uzbekistan, a land that became the beating heart of the Silk Road. Cities like Samarkand, Bukhara, and Khiva were the New Yorks and Londons of their era, cosmopolitan, wealthy, and alive with innovation. Here, astronomers mapped the stars, poets wrote epics, and scholars debated philosophy in grand madrasas. Hollywood often gets it wrong. It wasn't just bandits and endless deserts. The Silk Road was more like a Renaissance fair on a global scale, filled with music, color, and the constant buzz of trade and celebration. Today you can walk through the same ancient gates as Marco Polo once did, feeling the echoes of history beneath your feet. You can stand where Tamerlane paraded his armies, imagining the cheers of crowds and the clatter of armor. These aren't just dusty legends or forgotten ruins, they're living, breathing cities full of people, stories, and vibrant daily life. After centuries as names in history books, these cities are open again, inviting travelers to trade stories, share meals, and rediscover a sense of wonder. The Silk Road spirit is alive and well, pulsing through Uzbekistan's streets, markets, and festivals. It's a place where the past and present meet in a vibrant dance. Come for the history, stay for the energy, the adventure is real and the story is still being written, maybe with you in it. If ancient cities had Instagram, Samarkand would be the ultimate influencer, blue-check millions of followers, jewel of the world. When Tamerlane made it his capital, he built an architectural masterpiece to make every other ruler jealous. The Registan, Samarkand's centerpiece, is a public square flanked by madrasas covered in blue tiles and gold leaf, so stunning it's almost surreal. Tamerlane imported the best artists from across his empire, creating a city that was both a power move and a work of art. The stories are as dramatic as the buildings. Think workplace drama with life or death stakes. Today, Samarkand buzzes with life wedding photos, kids flying kites, tourists and locals mingling among ancient monuments. Here, the past isn't just remembered, it's lived. Samarkand doesn't try to be cool, it just is. It's been setting trends for 2,700 years and counting. Step into Samarkand and you're stepping into history's spotlight. No filter needed. If Samarkand is the glamorous star, Bukhara is its bohemian, storied sister. The city feels lived in and authentic, with a UNESCO-listed center where people still work and live in centuries-old buildings. Wander its winding alleys and you'll feel like you've time-traveled. Bukhara's history is epic, sacked by Genghis Khan, reborn from ashes, and home to legendary scholars. The Kalyan minaret towers over the city, a silent witness to centuries of drama. The Zindan prison, infamous for its bug pit, reminds you this wasn't always a tourist haven. But Bukhara is also about vibrant bazaars where haggling is a friendly tradition. Test your bargaining skills over silk carpets, spices, and ceramics. It's not just shopping, it's theater, a dance as old as the city itself. Here, history is raw, real, and utterly captivating. And you're part of the story. Step into Khiva and you'll feel like you've wandered onto a movie set. No cars, just sand-colored walls and turquoise domes. The Ichin Kala, Khiva's walled inner city, is an open-air museum frozen in time. Its history is dramatic. Once a notorious slave market, now a hauntingly beautiful city that doesn't hide its past. Climb ancient watchtowers, feel the weight of history, and marvel at the Kalta Minor Minaret, a stunning, unfinished tower wrapped in blue tiles. The city's compact, perfect for exploring on foot. At sunset, climb the walls for panoramic views. At night, the city glows with a magical, ghostly calm. Khiva is the Silk Road's most complete, dreamlike city. Every corner tells a story, some dark, all unforgettable. Here, the past is present and the experience is pure magic. No CGI required. Let's talk food, because if the food's bad, the trip's a bust. Luckily, in Uzbekistan, the food is anything but disappointing. Here, every meal is a celebration and every table tells a story. Uzbekistan's cuisine is a hearty blend of Persian, Turkic, Russian, and Chinese influences, creating a unique culinary crossroads. The flavors are bold, the portions are generous, and the hospitality is legendary. The star of the show? Plav, a rich rice dish with lamb, carrots, onions, and spices cooked in a giant cauldron called a kazan. The aroma alone will draw you in from blocks away. Plav is served at every celebration, rich or poor, it's the great equalizer. Weddings, holidays, even a simple family gathering, Plav is always at the center, bringing people together. Every region claims theirs is best, sparking debates as old as the Silk Road. Tashkent's Plav is different from Samarkand's, and locals are fiercely proud of their own recipes. But there's more. Shashlik, grilled meat skewers, Manti, steamed dumplings, Lagman, hand-pulled noodle soup, and each dish is packed with flavor and tradition. And don't forget naan, the round flaky bread baked in tandoor ovens. It's served with every meal and no Uzbek table is complete without it. The markets overflow with sweet melons, giant pomegranates, and sun-dried fruits. The produce here is so fresh and vibrant it's like tasting sunshine. Eating here is an adventure. Snack your way through a bazaar and you'll taste the Silk Road itself. Every bite is a journey through centuries of trade and tradition. The food is robust, generous, and unforgettable. Meals stretch for hours, filled with laughter, stories, and endless plates of deliciousness. You'll come for the architecture, but you'll stay for the plav. After a day exploring ancient cities, nothing beats sitting down to a steaming plate of this iconic dish. And yes, you'll want to bring a kazan home so you can try to recreate the magic in your own kitchen, even if it's never quite the same. Trust me, your taste buds will thank you. Uzbekistan is a feast for the senses, and every meal is a memory you'll savor long after your trip ends. Forget Broadway, the real theater is in an Uzbek bazaar. It's a sensory explosion. Sights, sounds, and smells all competing for your attention. The bazaar is a stage, and you're part of the cast. Watch bread makers stamp loaves, spice merchants offer samples, and carpet sellers spin tales. Grandmas rule the haggling game, negotiating with a single look. Every transaction is a performance, dramatic, witty, and fun. The goal isn't just a good deal, it's connection, laughter, and a story to take home. The bazaar is the heart of the community where real Uzbekistan comes alive. Find everything from silk scarves to fresh tomatoes all under one roof. Skip the bazaar, and you miss the soul of the country. Here, tradition, commerce, and human connection collide. It's the greatest show on earth. Picture Uzbekistan camels, ancient cities, and surprisingly fast Wi-Fi. It's a country where thousand-year-old traditions meet bullet trains and trendy cafes. Hospitality is legendary. Don't be shocked if you're invited in for tea by a stranger. From family-run guest houses to chic Tashkent coffee shops, the welcome is real. Ride the Afro-Siab bullet train, explore Tashkent's art-filled subway, and watch young locals snap selfies in front of ancient madrasas. Uzbekistan is shaking off its Soviet past and embracing the future. There's energy, optimism, and a sense of discovery everywhere. It's not overly polished or commercialized, it's authentic. Here, you witness a country rediscovering itself, and that's a rare adventure. Let's wrap it up. You now know more about Uzbekistan than most of your friends. This is your chance to be the one with the cool travel stories. The one who casually drops, "When I was in Samarkand." Right now, Uzbekistan offers maximum adventure with minimal crowds. But the secret's getting out. Soon, everyone will want in. Don't wait for the travel bloggers and influencers to beat you there. Be the pioneer, the trendsetter. Booking a trip here is more than a vacation, it's a statement. You'll remember the kindness, the grandeur, the taste of fresh naan, and the thrill of walking through history. This is a trip that changes your perspective. Go now, while it still feels like a discovery. Because soon, when Uzbekistan is on every must-visit list, you'll be able to say, "Oh, I went there before it was cool." That's the ultimate travel flex.